Welcome back, guys, to East 10, Nordics, where last episode, escaping Karnak on the wrecked ship as Karja taught Adol how to steer it, we found ourselves pursued by the Griegr, forced to engage them in battle before reinforcements arrived in the form of the Balta Seaforce, with Adol Christin making a thunderous entry. Having been taken to the Balta's home, Adol and Karja attempted to get some rest, waking up the next day with a thing about to take place. Things are what we call our community meetings. They're where we come together to make important decisions. Indeed, when and where to mount expeditions would be the obvious example. Issues such as criminal sentences or disputes between residents are also settled during a thing. And of course, the person who leads the things is the head of the Balta Seaforce, Adol Christin Balta. Your son and his wife doing okay, Granny Frida? How's their new arrival holding up? Very well, thank you for becoming the newborn's godfather. In fact, I say the little one's doing almost too well. His poor mother's already being run ragged. Hey now, we're giving that poor daughter-in-law of yours a hard time. Be sure to help her out where you can. Shit, don't think you can start giving me advice, Booger-Nose Grimmy. Booger-Nose Grimmy, haha, that really takes me back. Booger Nose the Jarl? Yep, our little Grimmy's come a long way. That reminds me, Horik, how goes that lover's spat with your wife we discussed last week? The two of you make up yet? Nah, I apologize, but she doesn't seem like she wants to come back. Well, don't just wait around for it. You gotta go and win her back directly. Gift her parents a pig when you head over to seal the deal. I guess I got no choice. Sheesh, clearly someone left all their macho bravado on the battlefield. Right then, brothers and sisters, on to my main reason for bringing us all together. As I'm sure many of you already heard, Karnak was hit by a raid last night. And aside from the mayor's son over there, all the townsfolk were taken. It goes without saying that Karnak falls under our turf. So this little raid is as good as a direct attack on us. In that case, we gotta hit back, show them what happens when they mess with us. Otherwise, they'll think they can just do whatever they want. Yo, Grimson, put me in the fray too. Before you youngsters get any more riled up, just who are we up against? It takes a gutsy sort to pick a fight with us. You say they nabbed the townsfolk. Does that mean they're other Normans come down from Britain? No, they're not Normans, not Romans, or Spaniards either. The ones who attacked Karnak were Griegr. What? Griegr? You mean those beasts that can only be beaten with mana? I've never actually seen one. Nah, these particular Griegr aren't quite the same as the others so far. They were like humans, complete with an organized army and a fleet of warships. Launched a counter-offensive on them last night myself. Human-like Griegr? And since when do they have warships? Yeah, what's up with that? We still don't know what they're after or just how strong their forces number. But we do have confirmation on a female Griegr, one of their leaders by the looks of it. This enemy's got smarts and strategy, and they can't be killed by normal means. How do we even contend against such a thing? You faced a lot in person, right, Gunnar? The rest of us can take the fight out of them by striking at vital points such as their heads. But the only ones who can land a killing blow are those who can use mana, the Jarl and the Princess. Therefore, the key will be figuring out how best to utilize the Jarl and Princess's power. Took the words right out of my mouth. Flair. Matter of fact, I'd like to add to our mana-wielding ranks. Huh? Now, Grimmy, you do understand that mana is a gift from the gods, don't you? If it was the kind of thing you could hand out to just anyone, we wouldn't even be having this conversation. And that brings us right to our next topic. Adol, step forward. Yes, just who is that stripling supposed to be, anyhow? Let me introduce him. This here's Adol Christin. He ain't from around here, but just the other day he gained the power of mana and used it to survive the raid on Karnak. And now he and my daughter, Karja, are acting together. Huh? Far above. An outsider who can use mana. I know none of you are about to let these Griegr psych you out, but having mana users on our side is going to be the clincher here. That's why I'd like to invite Adol to join us as Karja's shield brother. That way he can help us fend this Griegr menace off. Huh? Never even heard of an outsider wielding mana before. I have no objections. If this boy has been blessed by mana, that can only mean he has been chosen by her. Are we sure about this, though? He's not even a full adult. Well, you could say the same about the princess, couldn't you? Or what? Are you planning to go kill all the Griegr in their place, tough guy? I mean, I would if I could. So what's a shield brother exactly? Normans generally operate in twos on the battlefield. Such pairs are dubbed shield brethren, in the sense that each has the other's back. Now, wait just a minute, Grimson. Where's this coming from? I haven't heard a word about it. What do you mean? I just told you right now. But fine, let's take a second opinion. You got any better ideas on how to handle things? Huh? I mean, it's true that the more mana users we have, the better. And it's also true I'm not as good a fighter as you on my own. How about you, Adol? What are you thinking? This actually works out well for me. I think this will work out well for us. Let's go with a duo. How do you figure? Sorry to say, I won't be much help when it comes to your little cuffs problem. Never seen or heard anything about mana being used like that before. Means you two will just need to find a way to deal with it somehow. By becoming shield brethren and looking into it on your own, you mean? And you honestly don't know anything about this? You can believe me or not. In any event, it's high time you started thinking and acting for yourself. Or do you plan on staying a little princess your whole life?
I wonder, is there more I'd like to find out too? About myself, maybe?
Fine then. And there you have it, brothers and sisters. Both of them agree with the plan. My word, just when did this meeting turn into a family drama session? That being said, us Normans working shoulder to shoulder with outsiders isn't unheard of. In days gone by, any strapping young man would get pulled into an expedition, no matter his origin or creed. Wow, Granny sure knows her stuff. Well then, sounds like it's settled. Adol is now a shield brother candidate. A candidate? Oh yeah, the rules are a little different when it comes to outsiders becoming shield brethren. Right, yeah. A decision like that can't be made by Thing alone. Is that? Give him the bangle. As you wish. Here you are, Adol. We have now obtained a runic bangle. A bangle with peculiar powers, ancient runes are engraved in it. Now that you've got that, you and Karja head over to Balta Island. Okay, and what do we do there? Someone else will give you the nitty-gritty later. Basically, you'll need to prove to Karja that you've got strength and courage worthy enough for her to entrust her life to you. Ah, the rite of brotherhood. I've heard it's brutal. Lethal, even. It's fairly rare that we have cause to do it these days, though. Sometimes rituals like this can be pretty damn pointless. In this case, though, I'd say it's necessary. Hey, Flaya. If that's your name. If that's how you pronounce that. Yes, sir. You'll be a good pick to oversee this. Go with and give him the rundown, would you? Understood. Alright then, brothers and sisters. With that, today's thing is adjourned. I'll be having us all reconvene once the rite's been completed. Thanks for coming. Alright, we obtained the following items. Pirate Princess attire and Pirate Princess no helmet. I quite like that attire versus the fancy attire, to be honest.
I'm Obelia of the Balta Seaforce. Nice to meet you, Adol.
Pleased to be working with you. I forgot.
Same here.
Can you say your name again? I need to hear it again. Pretty please?
So, despite the big fancy name, the rite of brotherhood is actually pretty simple. First, we take a boat to Balta Island. There, you and the princess will disembark.
I've got to go too?
Well, of course you do, princess. This whole thing is about you two becoming partners.
We're also bound together.
The rite is performed in pairs by tradition. Even if that weren't the case, those cuffs of yours would drag you along anyway.
Ah, right.
Once ashore, head to the deepest reaches of the island. Then wear the bangle and touch the stone monument you find there. Whatever happens after that, you report to me and boom, right's over.
Huh? That's it?
Yep, all there is to it. Aside from the wild beasts and other dangers that populate Lecto Island, of course. You'll also need to get a boat and make all the preparations yourself.
I see. So this is just like when we go out on expeditions.
That's right. Any necessities you've got to provide for yourself. So whether it's a boat, equipment, or supplies, you'll have to buy or borrow anything you need.
No way we could afford to buy our own boat. But we've got the Sandras, so there's no need to rent one either.
True. That said, it's pretty decrepit. Could probably use some repairs, I'd say. And by the looks of it, you may want to get your sword and gear up to snuff too.
You're not wrong, but we're not exactly rolling in money.
That's how everyone starts out. Why not talk to people around the settlement? Those who see promise in you will be sure to help you out. Building trust is the core of this rite, not just between you two, but with the others as well.
Makes sense.
That should do it for the explanation. I'll be waiting by the docks. Once you've got everything in order, come see me.
Well, thanks for all the help and advice.
Of course. I'm counting on you here too, Adol. All right, see you later.
Let's go around the settlement and see if we can find people to help us. We should start with those who are at the thing, since they already know what's going on. After them, it'd be good to check in with the blacksmith and the shipwright.
Another new person is added. Costumes and attachments can be set in the cosmetics section at the bottom of the equipment screen. Now, while I do like their outfit and their gear to go about, I do always like using default outfits for the characters, as in the outfits that's like intended to be worn at that point in time. I'm not an accessorized kind of guy. So we'll leave it at that and get talking. I'm guessing now might be the option where quests start appearing, possibly. I need to earn some money to buy a lot of things by the sound of it. I've been thinking it was about time for you to get a shield bearer of your own, Karja. I wasn't expecting you to go off and bring one back yourself. You and me both. Things just sort of ended up like this. You say that, and yet you wouldn't be going along with this if you found him truly disagreeable now, would you? Well, maybe not, but if you've no complaints, then it can't be mere coincidence. Har must have brought the both of you together. I'll be cheering you two on in your quest to become true shield brethren. See that you put your life on the line for the sake of our lovable little princess here, red-headed boyo. It gets me all emotional knowing that Karja will finally get her own shield brother. I have faith the two of you will return safely. Good luck and do your best. I don't know how much about you yet, Adol, but even I can see that you and Miss Karja make an excellent team. There's not a doubt in my mind that the two of you will overcome the rite. I'll get your rooms in order and have a delicious meal ready and waiting upon your safe return. Sounds good. No matter what this rite holds, we'll conquer it. So sit tight and keep those hopes up. I'll get your rooms in order and have a delicious meal ready and waiting upon your return. Safe travels to the both of you. Can you, move a bed in here or something? I mean, this is actually fine, to be fair. I'm sure it's just as comfy as that without it being raised. Maybe like a privacy screen? Would that be too much to ask? Is that too pearl clutchy of me? I don't know. Art sure does know how to look out for his people. Why else would he have picked such a colourful character to be a mana wielder? Becoming this guy's shield sister should be a real kick in the keister for you, Karja. Anyway, give it your best shot out there. I'll be expecting good news. Might you have to remind us. We can handle anything, right or otherwise. Feisty, aren't we? I'll be expecting good news, so give it your best shot out there. Just moving the beds so they are up against the same wall is the best option. I did say that first of all. But maybe she doesn't want to remodel her room. I don't know. The average person would be unsettled by such a sudden turn of events. But not Adol, it seems. Such courage for someone so young, comparable to that of a Norman, even. I mean, can I have your genes as well, where you all seem to grow really tall? The guy definitely has ice in his veins, or maybe fire, the way he actually seems pumped by all this. While it may only be happenstance, I believe you have found an excellent prospective partner, Princess. May the both of you have a safe return, as a fine pair of shield brethren, ideally. Aye, but I'll be the final judge on whether he's got what it takes to have my back. You ought to learn more of our ways if you were to become the princess's shield-bearer, Adol. I recommend that you try speaking with the residents of the island. Doing so will surely change your view of us, Normans, if only slightly. Let's get out in the town. Gonna be a fair amount of people to speak to in here, I'm sure. Oh, I thought I was gonna get like a cutscene going. Look around at the world. Oh, do I have a spare bottle here? No, that's like its own category. An empty bottle is its own category. Okay. Got a broadside, what? Broadside salvo. Reload time fast. Fires all cannons on one side of the Sandris at once. An iron cannon will trait heavy, which is what slows them down, I guess. Equipment that we can't have, that we do get the Karja exclusive costumes now. This is all the stuff we've been getting so far. Mana material fragments. Lilac shell. Rune bangle. We'll find out what that does in the future. An Ornis spindle. A little bit of food. And these are just the rare materials, because we've also been gaining lots of, like, random scrap stuff, I'm pretty sure. I think I should head this way first. Well, maybe not, actually. Let's go this way first. Everyone's tied up with the barley harvest. Now we've got the threat of war on the horizon too. That's a lot to deal with at once. Aye, still this is pretty much business as usual. I've heard that originally we Normans kept fields just like these back when we lived up north. Honestly, sometimes I think this is closer to our true selves as a people. Anyway, much as I don't like bugging people while they work, we need to find someone who'll help us. Map icons is unlocked. Okay, there's people to speak to everywhere. Oi there, princess! I take it you're all here to start on stockpiling provisions. Yes, with battle on the horizon, it's looking like the menfolk are going to be busy. So the rest of us have to do everything we can on our end too. I've tried my best to pitch in too, princess. Oh yeah, sounds like an awful lot of heavy lifting. Just take care not to hurt yourself. Uh-huh. I'm going to help out a whole bunch, then one day I can fight by your side in battle. Ah, that right. Well, now that you've said so, I can't just turn a blind eye. That settles it. Let me get a hand in this myself. Oh, now, what are you saying, dear? You have your own business to see to, remember? You're supposed to be the princess's new shield bearer, right, mister? Good luck on the right. Adol, was it? Here's hoping you become a worthy shield bearer to the princess. I wasn't too sure you'd measure up, but that look in your eyes gives me a second thought. I'm actually getting creeped out by Adol recently, because, like, I feel like Karja's face in a discussion is a bit more normal. His smile is slightly disconcerting through some of these topics. You and the princess just might be a match for each other. Because he's really happy about talking about being match made. I don't know. It isn't much, but go ahead and take this. 800G. What's all this? Just a little collection we've gathered up. Please put it toward your mission funds. Us Normans make a point of helping our allies out. Go on, no need to hold back. Don't worry about paying us back either. Instead, when you see someone in need, do a good turn for them, just like we did for you. That's the way life works around here. Couldn't have put it better myself. Besides, we need this for our ship and equipment, right? Adol is smiling to mask the pain. What? Oh no, now he's not smiling. Now he's looking away. The pain of the poo he's been having to hold in since he's been chained up, right? We haven't gone to the toilet yet, Karja. Karja. You're finally going to have your own shield brother, princess. All that right stuff sounds tough, but good luck. I'll cook up a delicious feast for you two once your ride is over. While I'm at it, I may as well go out and hunt us something extra special. They never really go, talk about that kind of stuff, do they? We can actually talk to Karja, can we, or not? No, we're not. Whenever anyone's like bound together like this and they can't leave within a vicinity of a person, it's never really covered about the little things that you have to do to get by in life. Except I say that, but Dun-da-dun did. Dun-da-dun did. Adol, was it? I expect you to come back as the princess's new shield brother. Do your best out there. How does he say "dan da dan" in the poshest way possible? Oh yes, have you watched the new anime and manga, Dan da Dan? Here comes little Mr. Redhead. I see you're keeping a respectful distance from Karja and getting along pretty well with it to boot. But there'll be a dark day in Valhalla before I accept someone who doesn't know anything about my darling princess or the sea. So consider you convincing me and as an extra part of your rite. Ignore her, Adol. Marika's always like this. How could you say something so cold? I've looked after you since you were a little princess. We're practically family. What was your name again? Adol? It'll be a dark day in Valhalla before I accept someone who doesn't know anything about my darling princess or the sea. You didn't have any actual new dialogue then for me. It's a bit on the early side, but we're going to have to get this harvested today. Hey, hand me that sickle over there. That's fine with me and all, but there really aren't enough hands for the job. The both of us need to be back on Seaforce duty tomorrow too. Princess, and that red-headed guy. Hey, remember me? I was one of the guards of the outpost in Karnak. Yes, yes, I remember. How could I ever forget? Gotta say, man, I'm impressed. Who'd have thought you were a mana wielder? Hey, what's the holdup? Sun's gonna set before you cut a single bushel. Oh, you were at the thing earlier. To think you're able to use mana, that's really something else. Pleased to meet you. Likewise, best of luck in becoming the princess's shield brother. But anyway, did you stop by to take a look at our fields? Long ago, we Normans spent peaceful days ploughing soil and rearing sheep in our northern homeland. But we were driven out after an unnatural stretch of unrelenting cold. The dire winter made the area unlivable. Wherever we went, we were persecuted by the locals. We eventually took up pillaging in order to stay alive. After that, Normans split up into a bunch of smaller groups. Yeah, the leader of one conquered part of Britain and crowned himself king. And I hear that another founded the northeastern country of Denmark. Anyone here live in Denmark? Denmark. I'm from Britain. But as for us, well, we like this way of life. Oh yeah, it's not much, but here. Wow, money. The farmers all pulled this together. They want you to use it as funding. No need to feel bad about taking it. Think of it as our investment in Balta Island's safety. We're counting on you, princess. Thanks, guys. This won't go to waste. We'll spend it wisely. Won't be enough by itself, but it should cover some of your ship and equipment costs. I think I care more about equipment costs than ship costs, to be honest. Phew. Once this fieldwork's all wrapped up, I'll have to go check in on my wife and son. Alright, you wouldn't know this, Redhead, but I bet I have just gave birth to our first kid. Rita mentioned that at the thing this morning. Seems she's a real handful, huh? I'm away from the island more often than not, but feel free to ask me to help if you need it. Best of luck taking care of the little tyke. Thanks, princess. Having a newborn sure is hard work. Keeps you busy in every way you can imagine. I better get this fieldwork finished quick so I can check up on him and my wife. By the way, Godric and I are shield brothers ourselves. If you ask me, brothership isn't something that only matters on the battlefield. Ideally, we should support each other on a regular basis in all parts of life. So answer me this, princess. Are you and the redhead here ready to build that deep of a bond together? Nah, I'm messing with you. No need to overthink. Just go for it. I know. Have you two dealt that deep of a bond together too? I definitely prefer being from Britain than I think I would prefer being from Denmark and it being Denmark. Good day, princess. You have my support as well, if I may be so bold. Why, thank you. Next is going to be from Tweeden or something. I fought pretty well the other day, yeah. Be nice if they brought it up at the next thing. Hey, Holger. Oh, princess, good to see ya. And you're Adol, yeah? Pleased to meet you. Well, ain't we polite. Right back at ya. I caught what happened at the thing. Congrats on finally getting yourself a shield brother, princess. And an outsider who can use mana, no less. Didn't see that coming. Well, that's not decided just yet. We still haven't finished the rite. Aye, true enough. Have to see how that goes first. So you're here to check out some gear. All right. We can't afford anything top shelf, but a look at what you have would be nice. You'll be going up against those human-like Griegr, yeah? Battle here really can use mana, and you've got my support. I'll even throw in a little discount, so go ahead and take your time browsing my stock. Equipment! You can change what Adol and Karja have equipped by selecting equipment from the main menu. And also we got parameters. Strength affects damage dealt to HP. Break affects damage dealt to durability. Defense affects damage received to HP. Vitality increases maximum HP and affects status ailment resistance. And luck affects rate of critical hits, evasion, status ailment affliction as well. And item drops as well as item retrieval range. Oh, luck does that. Luck does everything. Damage infliction increases damage dealt. Damage mitigation reduces damage received. But defense and that. Critical rate makes criticals hits more lightly. Normal attack evasion randomly nullifies damage received. Excludes power attacks. SP cost discounts too. Value is average for duo skills. Gaining a mana-wielding ally can stand up to the Griegr is all we could ask for and more. Of course, that's assuming you can actually put your powers to use on the battlefield. Best of luck on the right.
Hey, good to see ya.
I feel like I should be buying defensives more than anything. Well, that said, it doesn't look too expensive to shop here. So by the look of it, you definitely want to buy bronze armor instead of bronze cuirass. And I've got 3,625 in cash. You can't see it because that's where my big ugly face is. But I have more than enough to buy everything I need in that regard. Oh, okay, so it's evasion gear versus not. I'd rather just go for the straight up defense.
May it serve you well.
Hey, wait! Wait. There's only one bronze armor? Oh, sad.
Real quality stuff, huh?
That's weird. It's not normally how it works for me. Anyway, this is 20 increase for the longsword. Carry it around to look like the real deal.
May it serve you well.
And we got the Francisca. Steel throwing axe wielded by those who live for the battlefield.
May it serve you well. Anything else you want? See you later.
I think Adol should be the dodger and Karja should be the tank, really. But of course, neither wants to get hit by anything, so I guess it's neither here nor there.
You won't be able to see Karnak from here. Hard not to wonder what happened to all of them.
I wasn't thinking I could. Oh, I have no choice but to accept your apology, since you brought a whole pig to sweeten the pot. Thank the gods. So that means you'll come back home, right? I'm lost without you. Yes, I will. But don't think I've forgotten about your little infidelity. Oh. The nerve of you, having a grand old time fishing together with Ornella in that cozy little skiff. Pull another stunt like that again, and I'm asking for a divorce at the next thing. I'm really sorry about that, believe me. It's just Ornella's not from around here. We ought to show her a little extra kindness. Oh, there's no denying that. But can you honestly say that you weren't even the slightest bit smitten by her? Wait. So you weren't infidelitous. You did not have sex with that woman. But you hanging out with that woman was bad enough that caused this whole furore. Answer no. Can you swear to it by her? Sorry, I was at least a little bit smitten. I knew it. At least you're honest, for better or worse. You two saw there, huh? I may be confident in my blade arm, but I'm no match for Karja. Second only to the peerless pair in terms of strength, yet a first-rate dimwit when it comes to commitment. This baby like this that makes me embarrassed to be his wife. Oh, God. No, where's the trousers? Is the phrase. There's no one here. Oh, okay. You're hiding from that person. Phew. Looks like he's finally fallen asleep. Raising a child is hard work. Sometimes it's even more tiring than the times we hole up in the mountains to hunt. We heard about your situation at the thing. You're definitely looking pretty worn thin. I suppose you're right. Honestly, I'm worried about whether I'll be a good mother. It really is reassuring to have the support of my husband, mother-in-law, and everyone else on Balta Island. Oh, listen to me, making things all about myself. You're in a far tougher situation than I am, Princess. The right sounds like it'll be a trying one, but hang in there and stick it out. For sure. Thanks. My son's name is Tanda. The Jarl helped come up with it. I need to make every effort to ensure he grows up healthy and strong. Someone gonna teach me how to fish soon. That car! Yes, it's that bird with the necklace we saw earlier. It doesn't like me. I figured that was you, Hugil. Could you do something, maybe? Nothing doing. Ravens are the loyal emissaries of the Allfather, huh? It's through their eyes that Har watches over the events of this world. Oh, you like me now? Oh, would you look at that? Hugil's made a perch of your shoulder. He's usually a real troublemaker. Just about everyone's been pestered by him at one point or another. He's definitely still making trouble being up there and all. Oh, come on. He stopped pecking you, didn't he? Besides, this is a good omen, no doubt. They say that if you take a raven along on a sea voyage, it'll point you to dry land. Oh, you're my parrot. Excellent. I have a new person added to my journal. Looks like you're about to give Styx some training, Helgi. That takes me back. I still remember when I was in his shoes. Oh, the combat techniques I teach have sent countless pirates to their watery graves. It pleases me that they still serve you well, Princess. As for the redhead here, Adol was it? I won't accept any half measures from you, understand? Right aside, if I deem you unfit, then your life is as good as lost. Helgi sure doesn't pull any punches with outsiders. Remember this, redhead. Simply completing the rite won't be enough to sway me. If I deem you unfit to entrust with our princess, I'll cut you into ribbons myself. So you best rise to the challenge like your life depends on it. Fine. Hey, you're that outsider guy with the red hair everyone's talking about. Listen up, the Balta Seaforce are the strongest warriors in all of Obelia Gulf. So don't go thinking it'll be a piece of cake for a non-normal like you to just stroll up with a sword and join us. Fine, stick. There's definitely fishing spots. Those are fishing spots. This cat is patiently waiting for fish. In fact, it seems to be mesmerized. Let me fish! Someone sell me a fishing rod or something. You two make for quite a mysterious pair. But you seem to lack in familiarity. You compensate for with perfect coordination. I might not be able to stand side by side with my own shield sister anymore. But for what it's worth, I have faith that the two of you will overcome your right. Thanks, Magni. You can't stand with your shield sister? That's what I said, yes. I was badly injured a while back, you see. He robbed me of my ability to wield a sword. So now he mainly handles tasks here on the island. Magni is a master of fishing, and he's no slouch at farming and tending livestock either. I appreciate you saying so. Whether on the battlefield or off, my duty doesn't change. I simply do whatever I can for my shield sister, as well as all of my comrades living here on Balta Island. That reminds me, Flair's going to be overseeing your right, isn't she? It may not seem like it, but she has a good head on her shoulders. You can lean on her if any issues come up. I'll start from this side again. But we're talking our way out of the place at the moment. I'm just more surprised that we were able to buy everything. Made it sound like we'd be short on funds, but everyone gave us more than enough funds. Combined with what we already had. Oh, are you the manor wielder I've been hearing about? Actually, I'm not from around here either. The Balta Seaforce rescued me right as I was about to be sold off to pirates. But since I had no place to go, they let me stay here and work on the island. Normans may look, sound, and act scary, but some among them are kind, like Horik and Folky, so there's no need to be afraid. I'm helping out at the general store right now. When Einar, the owner, is absent, Folky steps up to run the place. He's still just a boy, but he does a fine job. Oh, Princess, sorry, but the general store's not ready to open yet. I've been so worried about my big brother that stuff's kind of gotten away from me. Your brother's Einar, right? Last time I saw him was in Karnak. There's a chance he might have gone missing along with the townsfolk there. Yeah, my dad was saying the same thing. I'm really scared for him, but I've got to be a good little brother and stay strong. Good luck with the rite, Princess. You too, Mr. Redhead. Thanks. I wonder how Einar is right now. Safe and sound, hopefully. Wait, no, I'm supposed to be staying strong. Long story short, you'll be switching out with me on watch duty. Don't forget to show up when your shift starts, alright? Yeah, I got it. Actually, haven't you been keeping at it a little too long? Probably worried about your older son, huh? Not in the slightest. If he's got himself killed by a Griegr, it'll just show how weak he really was. But if not, well, he must have some reason for not coming home. Simple as that. Never honest with your feelings, are you? Einar's got his work cut out for him being your son. Einar, you damn fool. Where in hell have you gotten off to? Forget it. The right's more important. You two better not let us down. The Jarl may speak highly of you, Red, but my approval don't come so easily. Well, if ain't the princess. Looks like things are starting to heat up, eh? Go on and show us how serious you are about pledging Shield Brotherhood. I'll be watching close with a good drink in hand. Looks like we've talked through pretty much all the town at this point. Only one shop, but I'm guessing there's the ship shop over here. Well, how are the preparations coming along? You'll need to check your equipment and ensure your ship is seaworthy. Try asking around and see who's willing to help. In particular, you ought to kick yourselves up with some new weapons and armor. All of this is part of the rite too, so be sure to bring your A game. Can I make potions? That's what I really want to know.